Hello you guys, today I want to show you how to style a wig. This wig is called Nicole and of course she's from Susie XO as usual. So I want to show you how to style this wig with bangs. It's really easy and this is what I'm wearing. I am wearing her right now. Her name is Nicole and this is the longer version. I'm going to show you how to style the shorter version, but it comes in different lengths, so if you go to the website, just select whatever length you want. And I always recommend to select styling if you don't know how to style a wig. But then I have these tutorials that are going to help you to style your wig, so you can follow them. I try to make them as easy as possible. This is Nicole in 18 inches right there. So you can see it looks just like my scalp, and I spend so much time looking for a wig that has a natural looking part at the top, especially when it is a wig with bangs. Usually they look so fake, but I was able to come up with this construction that makes it look really natural. So this is all lace right here. So I'm gonna show you how to style the 12-inch Nicole wig. So that's what I'm going to wear right now, but before I do, I'm going to show the wig to you. So this is 12 inches Nicole, and she is made with 2 bundles of hair. I don't do densities because they're too confusing, but at least everybody knows that a bundle of hair is 100 grams. So this is 200 grams with a 5x5 closure, not a 4x4, a 5x5 closure. So I really put an investment into this wig. And this is the part at the top, and she's got bangs as well. And I'm going to show you how she comes originally. I've already styled her. This version is already styled. So she comes with a 5x5 closure right there. And of course I always like to brag about the brand. Okay, so it says Susie XO and it says 12 inches. That is the maximum length. And it has 1, 2, 3 combs and an elastic band that really comes in handy. You don't want your wig flying off when you're doing some vigorous activity. Here we have the inside of the wig. You can see the 5x5 closure. And for myself, I went ahead and I bleached the knots. This is just my personal preference. You don't have to do this. Remember, I'm doing a tutorial that's gonna help you style this wig in 15 minutes. That's why I skipped this step. But for me personally, I bleached my knots. Now you're gonna place the wig on the mannequin head and make sure it's at the center, because if it's not at the center, your bangs are gonna be lopsided. Once you have it right there at the center, we're gonna get a spray bottle with water. And the next thing we're gonna do is locate the center of that closure. So the 5x5 closure needs to have an opening at the top where your bangs are going to fall from. So locate each side of the closure and then just estimate the middle. See my thumb? Estimate where the middle is using your thumb, and then keep your thumb there, and then you're gonna comb out from that spot. And this is where the water comes in. You're gonna saturate that area with lots and lots of water. Keep your thumb in place because that's where your part is going to be, if that's even a part. So keep it right there and keep combing outwards in all directions all around. And make sure you add water as you go, because when you wet hair and you place it in a certain position and it dries in that position, it tends to stay there. It tends to stay that way. That's why we're using a lot of water. And I know it looks like a bald spot right now. The reason for that is because the mannequin head is completely white against black hair. That's why it looks like a bald spot. But when you style it, all that's gonna go away and it's gonna look really natural. So make sure you even out the front. And the next thing we're gonna apply is mousse. I'm not really picky about brands. I just use whatever I can find, but I love my stuff to smell good. So I always go to the store and I just smell them, and whichever one smells good, that's what I choose. Of course, it has to work well as well. But I just stick with what smells good. So apply a lot of that to the top, to that area that's going to be exposed, and do the same thing you did. Comb it outwards from that middle spot as you lay the foam, and it's going to dry in that position. You know what I just remembered? I forgot one step, so we're going to go one step back. We have to cut the lace. So grab a pair of scissors and we're going to cut it from side to side. When your wig comes, it's going to have that extra lace hanging off the frontal, so it's really easy to cut. Just make sure you're not cutting any hair, so just cut it straight across. There's really no complication when it comes to cutting lace. Some people get really nervous. Just don't cut any hair or any significant amount of it. So just a reminder, cutting the lace is actually the first thing you do. I'm doing it at this stage because I forgot. Don't be like me. Start by cutting your lace. So we're gonna go back to what we were doing, creating that natural looking part at the top. And we're going to add some more mousse. Mousse is really important. It is important because it helps the hair stay in place. It makes it kind of stiff, not in a bad way, in a good way actually. After you're done with the mousse, you have to let it dry completely. Today it was so hot, so I let it dry outside. So the reason for the mousse is to hold the hair back in place. See how I turned it upside down and it returned to what it was? That's why we use the mousse. And on this day I was feeling myself, I don't know why. Also, I just want to show you this wig. It's actually the same wig in 22 inches. And of course, it's the same brand, my favorite brand. So I curled it. It's the same wig with a 5x5 closure. You can style it in the side part, the middle part, or bangs. That's why 5x5 closure is one of the best wigs to have. Now, place the wig on your head and make sure that part is right in the middle. Whatever you do, make sure your wig is always seated, very balanced on your head before you do any cutting or whatever. Next, we're going to partition the area we want our bangs to be in. And I use both eyebrows as a guide to determine what's going to be my bangs. So I partition that out and I hold it with a rubber band. And then we're going to have to move the rest of the hair out of our way so that it doesn't interrupt anything. Just hold it back there in the rubber band. Now, I know this part is going to get a lot of people nervous because you can only cut once, kind of. But I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. You're going to hold the hair right, not really below your eye, but at the lower level of your eye. You're going to use your left hand to hold it right there. And when you hold it, do not move that hand. That hand has to stay there. And you're going to cut with a razor up and down to give it that choppy look. There we have it. How many seconds did that take? It's really easy. I did just one cut and I'm sure you can do it too. So just comb it out and that's it. When you do the cut, I recommend you cut it just a little bit longer than you want, because when you curl it or when you do that curve with the flat iron, it's going to take some of the length away. That's very important. That is why the cutting point was below the eye, not at the eyebrow level. It has to be at the lower level of your eye. The next thing we're going to do is to even out the back. We're going to give it that same choppy look by using the razor, and you just have to determine what length you want to come off. I just do like the very long strands that are hanging longer than the rest of the hair, and for me that was about 3 inches. Now it's time to straighten out the hair a little. So for me, I prefer a look that is a little bit rough around the edges. For some reason, I do not like hair that has been straightened, bone straight to such perfection that it looks fake. I sort of like a slightly disheveled look. So that's why I don't go into great detail flat ironing this hair. I just do a quick flat iron, and that stuff I applied, it is called BioSilk Silk Therapy. It is really expensive, but I managed to get it a little bit cheaper at stores like TJ Maxx or Marshalls. if you have to get that from the beauty supply store. I think that little bottle I was holding was about $25, and you use a lot, so it's really pricey. If you can get it on sale, then lucky you. Now we're doing the most important part, which is the bang. Next, we're gonna get rid of the flyaway hairs at the top and use any wax product from the beauty supply store. I just picked up that one. I'm not really picky, and this one works for me. I love it. So apply it to the hair and then smooth it out and around with your hand and with the comb, like just fix the wig up, if you know what I mean. Okay, are you ready for this part? Let's see what we did. Desired or a disaster? Okay, that looks good. I like it. So there we have it, just in a few steps, a few cuts, a little process, beginner friendly, and you can get yourself a nice wig with bangs. So that's that. She's all done. I think this is one of the cutest wigs ever. This is just so cute, and this is low maintenance because you really do not have to maintain any curls. You can curl it if you want, but I think I prefer a straight look. And this is like so easy if you don't want to be bothered with baby hairs, a part, side part, middle part. This is a really nice wig. You can throw it on and just step out the door. You don't have to style it, you don't have to bother about anything. You can pretty much wear it several days in a row, back to back, and it's still gonna look good, and that's why I love bangs. So if you successfully or unsuccessfully do this style, and if you post a picture on Instagram, please tag me. I would love to see your work. And of course, if you want to get this wig, go to suzyxo.com and select the wig called Nicole. You can select styling for a little extra money, or you can get the original form and just follow this tutorial. It's really easy. Don't be scared. You can do it. It is really easy. Style your own wig, learn a skill, always look fly. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Follow me on social media. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.